Hello students, how are you? I hope you are doing good. Kindly make a science notebook and do your homework in that science notebook divided into three portions: chemistry, physics and biology. In previous video of chapter 2, we discussed about acids. Today's topic is bases. We will discuss about bases. Bases are chemical opposites of acids. They are bitter in taste and they are soapy to touch. They are slippery. Few examples like sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate and sodium hydrogen carbonate are commonly available bases. Many bases are generally oxide and hydroxide of metals. General properties of bases. Bases have a soapy feel. They burn skin, clothes and marble. They conduct electricity in their watery solution, that is aqueous solution. Commonly found bases in laboratories and in our daily life are caustic soda, which is sodium hydroxide and NaOH, caustic soda, then caustic potash, potassium hydroxide, KOH, milk of magnesia, magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice, washing powder, toothpaste, etc. Now, what is the difference between a base and alkali? The base which dissolve in water and dissociate into ions which give hydroxide ion in water is called alkali. So, all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide are common alkalis. See the reaction. When sodium hydroxide is dissolved in water, it dissociates into sodium and hydroxide ion. Similarly, potassium hydroxide, it also dissociates into potassium ion and hydroxide ion. So, depending on the capability of dissociating into the ions, we divide bases into strong base and weak base. So, what is a strong base? A base which when dissolved in water dissociate completely or almost completely into the ions is known as strong base. The greater the number of hydroxide ions the base produces, stronger is the base. Sodium hydroxide is an example of strong base. If you see the reaction, sodium hydroxide when dissolved in water, it gives sodium ion and hydroxide ion. It completely dissociate into ions, so it is a strong base. Now, what is weak base? A base that dissociate in water only partially to give low concentration of hydroxide ion is a weak base. Calcium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide are the example of weak bases. If you see the reaction here, ammonium hydroxide when dissolved in water, it partially dissociate into ions. It does not dissociate completely into ions. That is why it is a weak base. Now, the next is chemical properties of bases. Bases react with metals to form hydrogen gas. Zinc is a metal. When react with a strong base, sodium hydroxide, it gives a salt, sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2, and hydrogen gas is evolved. Second property, when bases react with non-metal oxide, generally non-metal oxides are acidic, they form salt and water. See, carbon dioxide is a non-metal oxide. When react with calcium hydroxide, which is a basic compound, they form salt, calcium carbonate, CaCO3 plus water. The property third is strong base melt on heating. If you heat strong base, it melts, while weak bases, they are decomposed when they heated. They decompose into the compounds. So these are the chemical properties of bases. As you know, bases are chemical opposites of acids. So when a base reacts with acid, it neutralizes the effect of acid, and the reaction is called neutralization reaction. The neutralization reaction can be written as in word form base plus acid, and it forms salt and water. So base is here sodium hydroxide. You can see in reaction NaOH plus acid HCl. When they react together, they form salt, sodium chloride, NaCl, and water H2O. So this is neutralization reaction. Bases neutralize the effect of acids when they react with acids. Now the next term is indicators. Indicators are those chemical substances which give one color or smell in acidic medium and give different color or smell in basic medium. These are also known as acid-base indicators or simply indicators. They can be classified as natural indicators, synthetic indicators, olfactory indicators, and universal indicators. Number 1, natural indicators. Natural indicators are those indicators which we obtain from plants. For example, litmus, it is a purple dye which is extracted from a plant, lichen. Lichen plant belongs to the division Thallophyta. When litmus solution is neither acidic nor basic, or you can say neutral, then its color is purple. It turns red in acidic solution and blue in basic solution. Then there is another natural indicator, turmeric, which is most commonly found in our households. Haldi, it contains a yellow dye. It turns red in basic solution. Many times you have noticed that a yellow stain of curry on a white cloth turns reddish brown when soap is scrubbed on it. This is because the soap solution is basic in nature and which changes the color of turmeric in the curry stain to red. The stain turns to yellow again when the cloth is rinsed with plenty of water. This is because then the basic soap gets removed with water. Then there is another natural indicator, red cabbage. Red cabbage extract gives red color in acidic solution and green color in basic solution. You can see the table is listed here. Name of indicators, then their color is in their neutral solution, color in acidic solution, then their color in basic solution. So litmus is the name of indicator which we obtain from a plant, with the plant name is lichen. Litmus, its neutral color is purple and it turns red in acidic solution and blue in basic solution. Turmeric, its neutral color is yellow and it turns yellow, it remains yellow in acidic solution and turns red in basic solution. Then red cabbage leaf extract, the neutral color is red, it changes its color to red, remains red in acidic solution and turns green in basic solution. Then there are synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators are the compounds or the substances which are manufactured in industry and laboratory. There are many substances which are used as synthetic indicators, but the most common synthetic indicators are phenolphthalein and methyl orange. You can see the table listed here. Phenolphthalein is a colorless solution. Its neutral color is colorless and it remains colorless in acidic solution and it changes its color to pink in basic solution. In case of methyl orange, its neutral color is orange. It changes its color red in acidic solution and it changes its color to yellow in basic solution. Now third is olfactory indicators. What are olfactory indicators? They are the substance which give one type of odor in acidic medium and a different type of odor, or you can say the smell, in basic medium. They can be used to test whether the given substance is acidic or basic. Few substances are listed here. Number 1, onions, onion ordered, cloth strip. Take a plastic bag and add some finely chopped onions. Also put some strips of clean cloth, tie up the bag tightly and leave overnight in the fridge. The cloth strips now acquire the odor of the onion and can also be used as acid-base indicator. Now take 2 cloth strips and put a few drops of dilute HCl on one strip and few drops of dilute sodium hydroxide on another strip. Now rinse them with water and check their smell. It is observed that onions have a characteristic smell in the acidic medium but loses smell in basic medium. That means it completely destroyed the smell of onions in basic medium. So this is how you can distinguish between acid and base by using onions. Second is vanilla essence. This also gives the same test. Vanilla retains its smell in acidic medium and loses its smell in the basic medium. So this is how you can use smell based indicators, which are olfactory indicators, to distinguish acids and bases. Next is universal indicators. It is a mixture of several indicators which give a gradual change of various colors over a wide range of pH. The colors produced by universal indicators at various pH values are given below. We will discuss pH after universal indicators, but let me explain you what is pH stands here. In the term pH, letter P stands for a German word which is potence, which means power, and letter H stands for hydrogen ion concentration. So pH stands for power of hydrogen ion concentration. The strength of an acid or base is measured on a scale of numbers which are called pH values. So pH values generally ranges from 0 to 14. You can see here, and the scale is called pH scale. It has values from 0 to 14. So acidity increases towards left and basicity increases towards right. 7 is neutral value. So before 7 to 0 on the left side, acidity increases, and 7 to 14 basicity increases. The color changes of universal indicators at different pH values are given in the figure. You can see at pH value 1 the color is red, on 3 it is pink, neutral color on 7 is green, while on 13 violet, 10 indigo. Similarly, the colors produced by universal indicator paper, there is a strip of paper which is known as pH paper. So universal indicator paper or pH paper gives different colors at different pH values. So 1 to 14 the colors are represented here. Neutral is 7 for acidic, 7 to 1. You can see at 1 the color is red and at 14 it is purple. Now we have pH scale. What is pH scale? In 1909, Sorensen devised a scale which is called pH scale, on which the strength of acid solution as well as basic solution could be represented by making the use of hydrogen ion concentration. Sorensen linked the hydrogen ion concentration of acid and base solution to the simple numbers 0 to 14 on his pH scale. Please note that pH is a pure number. It has no units. So according to the rules of pH scale, You can see if pH is greater than 7, the solution is basic. If pH is less than 7, the solution is acidic. And if pH is equal to 7, then solution is neutral. You can see the pH scale from 0 to 14. Acidic nature increases 0 to 7 towards left. That means at 0, highly acidic. At 14 on right is highly basic. Pure water is a neutral because of the absence of free ions. So a paper impregnated with the universal indicator is used for calculating pH. So pH of some common substances is shown on a pH paper. Pure water is 7, while blood has 7.4. Milk of magnesia, it has 10. Sodium hydroxide, which is strong base, has pH value 14, while the lemon juice is about 2.2. So these are some substances which show values of pH at different levels. Here is a table listed. You can see the approximate pH values of some common substances, and the pH values are: for hydrochloric acid HCl 1.0, sulfuric acid 1.2, gastric juice 2.0, rainwater 6.2, lemon 2.3, milk 6.5, vinegar, acetic acid 2.8, pure water 7, which is neutral, soft drink 3.0, apple 3.1, seawater 8.5. Now we have another topic, which is importance of pH in our daily life. The pH value has importance in our daily life. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Living organism can survive only in a narrow range of pH change. When pH changes drastically, it makes the life of living organism very difficult. When pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. When acid rain flows into the rivers, it lowers the pH of river water. The survival of aquatic life in such conditions become very difficult. So there are some examples how pH affect our daily life. First is pH and plants. The growth of plants depends to a large extent on the availability of proper pH conditions which suit them. Proper pH of soil is required for healthy growth of plants. It should not be too acidic or too basic. If the soil is too acidic, it is treated with materials like calcium carbonate and calcium hydroxide, which are basic compound which neutralize the acidic effect. If the soil is too basic, then it is treated with manure or compost which contains acidic material. Second is pH in the digestive system. It is very interesting that human body produces hydrochloric acid. Our stomach produces hydrochloric acid, which helps in digesting our food without harming the stomach. Sometimes excess of acid is produced in the stomach due to various reasons, one being overeating. When we overeat, acid in excess amount is produced in stomach, which causes irritation and pain. It can be treated with anti-acid tablets or suspensions, and the condition when the excess acid is present in stomach is called hyperacidity. Magnesium hydroxide, milk of magnesia, and sodium hydrogen carbonate are two examples of antacids which are used to neutralize the effect of excess acid in our stomach. Third is very important example, pH and tooth decay. Tooth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate, which is the hardest substance in our body. When we eat food containing sugar, Then the bacteria present in our mouth break down the sugar to form acids such as lactic acids. The acid formed in mouth lowers the pH of the mouth, making it acidic. Now tooth decay starts when the pH of the acid formed in mouth falls below 5.5. Cleaning of teeth using toothpaste helps in preventing the tooth decay. Why? Because toothpaste are basic in nature, therefore they neutralize the excess acid in the mouth and thus prevent tooth decay. Fourth is self-defense by animals and plants. Many animals and plants protect themselves from their enemies by injecting painful and irritating acids and bases into their skin. For example, when a bee stings a person, it injects an acidic liquid into the skin which causes immense pain and irritation. If the stung area is rubbed with a mild base, it gives relief. Similarly, when a person happens to touch the leaves of a nettle plant, the stinging hair of nettle leaves in methanoic acid into the skin of person causing burning pain. The nettle sting, being acidic, can be neutralized by rubbing baking soda on the skin. So this is how animals and plants make their self-defense. Now, based on today's topics, we have worksheet. There are few questions which you have to solve, which you have to answer in your notebook. Number 1, question 1 is, which one of the following types of medicines is used for treating indigestion? Option A, antibiotic. Option B, analgesic. Option C, antacid. And option D is antiseptic. Question 2, acid present in tomato is citric, tartaric, oxalic, malic. Question 3, a solution turns red litmus blue. Its pH is likely to be 1, 4, 5, 10. Question 4, define indicators. Name 2 natural indicators obtained from plants. Question 5, what are antacids? Question 6, what are olfactory indicators? Give an example. Question 7, what is a neutralization reaction? Give 2 examples. Question 8, why should curd and soy substances not be kept in brass and copper vessels? Question 9, fresh milk has a pH of 6. How do you think the pH will change as it turns into curd? Explain your answer. Question 10, 5 solutions A, B, C, D and E, when tested with universal indicator, showed pH as 4, 1, 11, 7 and 9 respectively. Which solution is neutral, strongly alkaline, strongly acidic, weakly alkaline, weakly acidic? Arrange the pH in increasing order of hydrogen ion concentration. So students, this is for today. I hope you are doing your homework in your notebook. Okay students, thank you.